Hello my friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm here working on some journals, the 5 new vintage journals that I mentioned before, and I showed you the covers. I'm going to show you the covers today, how I've embellished them and covered them and what I'm doing with them. But I think they're coming out really cute. They're kind of like, it's kind of funny. They're kind of taking on a life of their own, each one, because some are children's books, some are math books, things like that. So, but I did pick out some pockets for the first 2 here. So let me move the pockets for a second and show you, and we'll glue down the pockets. But this one is the only one where I kept the inside paper. It's pretty much it's nice vintage. This is a nice vintage, very vintage book. It's this one right here. And this I had already done. I said I was going to keep the spine on this one, which I did because it's all intact. Here's the back, just plain, a little bit of wear. But here's the inside with the original papers on the front and back cover. This is my tie closure so far, but I'm going to cover that with the pockets. And then this fabric, this is some upholstery type fabric that I have had for a while that I picked up at a thrift store. So I thought this is an actual original, it says an 8/95, so from 1995 library card that I took out of another book. Sometimes I take them from the books at the thrift store, like not necessarily a thrift store, but at the bins. You can't do that at a thrift store, but at the bins you can. So if I see a book and I don't necessarily want the book, or it's not a book I would use in my crafting, and I see a library card, I will take it out. So you can do that at the bins, not at a regular thrift store. You might get in trouble for that. So at a regular thrift store, you probably would. You shouldn't do that. No. So anyway, yeah, it has a library card and everything here, so that can be decorated. But let's go ahead and put that down. And on this one is really cool. Something I never did before actually is I took 2 tags. These are big tags like this size right here. You can see my hand how big it is. And cut one. This is the full one in the back, and then I cut one down and made a front pocket for it because I wanted it to be nice and long. I thought that looked cool there. So let's glue these down. And I sewed it together, as you can see, with some zigzag stitching. And so, yeah, we're going to glue these down. And then I want to show you also, I pulled out some more paper. I kind of just had dictionary pages on my mind. For one thing, I have my dictionary pages pulled out of some dictionaries that I have. And I even have the dictionary covers with them, but I have the pages all loose, so they're ready to go. I haven't folded them or anything, I just have them loose. And anyway, they're in another room, so I always kind of like forget about them or forget to go get them. I mean, I know they're there. I didn't forget they were there. I just kind of like, I have so many other papers in my craft room that I don't bother to go and get the dictionary pages, but I really love dictionary pages. So today I went and got some dictionary pages. Okay, so there's that one. We will let that dry. I want to make sure that's all flat there and everything. It looks good. So that reinforces also this is the tie closure. It's all the tie closures are seam binding. It's this kind of silky seam binding that you can get. So I really thought that was pretty. And all the rest of them I ran under the papers that I put in on the covers, but this one I couldn't do that because I didn't put new papers in this one, but I still wanted to do it, so this is what I did. I think it'll work out very well. So let's glue this one down. I really like the stitching on here. I mean, it's just a plain pocket right now, and it can be decorated, but I just really like the stitching on here. I think it looks pretty. And I wanted to do the zigzag stitching. That makes it nice and sturdy. So this can be completely glued down all the way around. I'm not going to make a pocket behind it. Kind of thinking out loud here, too. Talking to myself, yes, Sheree, you don't have to leave any of it open. So I hope everyone's doing well today. I am, this video will be posted or published later on the weekend probably, but I'm crafting on Christmas Eve. I have the day off, so, and we're celebrating our Christmas with my kids and everything the day after Christmas. So I figured I could get away with quite a bit of crafting today. I do have to go do a little cleaning, house cleaning, but okay, so that's really neat. I think there's plenty of room for a pocket and decorating there. And so that one is ready for me to start getting pages ready. So I think that is turning out really cute. That's the cover again. As always, if you see one of these that you like just have to have, let me know and I'll reserve it for you. But yeah, I just had an instance where somebody reserved a Christmas journal, and then they were even commenting on, under my videos, all that kind of stuff. They reserved one of my Christmas journals, and then when it came time, I put it in my eBay shop and let her know it was ready. I had, she emailed me, so I had her email. I believe it was email where we communicated, and then nothing. I don't know what happened, but I had several people contact me about that one. So let's see, this one I'm completely gluing down too. I'll show you this one in a second. While I'm talking, I'll go ahead and glue these down and I'll tell you how I did this. But yeah, never heard anything. I waited a whole, what was it, 7 days or something after, because I was like, well, maybe she's sick, or, I didn't know what happened, but just still haven't heard anything. So anyway, I went to the second person that contacted me and let her know it was available, and she bought. So thank you very much to the person who bought it. I was, you start getting a little worried there. It's like, you have all these people that want it, and then somebody reserves it, and then they don't get it, and they just disappear. It's just kind of, I don't know. I just don't know. I never had that happen before. I did have someone contact me once that asked me to make a journal, and they even gave me colors and all the stuff they wanted, and I had a question, I was getting ready to start on it. I hadn't actually started on it, but I had a question, so I emailed and asked a question, and then again, that's the only other time I never heard back from someone that said they wanted something. They never got back to me. They never answered my question. I was like, well, okay, I guess that means I'm not going to make a journal, because this person's not even communicating with me, and I never heard from her again either. So I don't know what people do, that I don't know why someone would, reserve a journal or ask me to make a journal, and then I never hear from them again. I don't understand that logic, but thank goodness for the people that, do reserve journals and then actually, stick to their word that they wanted to get them and purchase them from my eBay. So I did wait, like I said, 7 days. I think that was more than, more than enough. So anyway, this one now I wanted to make with a time card too. And I considered different aspects and formats of how to do it. And this is what I decided to do. But this one I wanted to use a tag too. So that's why I was kind of configuring it in different ways. But I ended up folding it up, folding the top. This is the top of it. So I folded the top down. So I made this pocket and then sewed around that too. So isn't that cute? I didn't cut it apart. I sewed it, folded it up and sewed it down so it was nice and sturdy. I just felt like that would be nice and sturdy instead of glue. Fabri-Tac probably would hold it, but sewing is going to hold it even better. And then this is also a new, now all of my new, I've never bought any library pockets or library cards from Amazon or anywhere. I've only ever found them. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to find some at thrift stores, and this is one that I found at a thrift store, and this too, this library card. Isn't it cool? So it's a brand new, never used, and I put that, so you saw I put that one in here, and so those can both be decorated too, and stuffed full of things. But I think those go really well with this, another very vintagey, pretty vintage journal. You see the fabric I put in here. And the paper, it's kind of like a ledger. It's cardstock scrapbook paper, but it looks like ledger, and I just thought it looked so pretty with this fabric and with this book in general. So that's those two. These first two both have the black seam binding. And next we have, this is the Bedtime Stories book. So it's this one here. It's red. And I used this pretty fabric on the cover. All these fabrics came from thrift stores that I'm showing you here. So yeah, bedtime stories. And so this is a children's bedtime story book. Here's the back. You can see the wear in case you didn't see the first video. And then since it's a children's bedtime story book, I started looking through some of my children's books for a colorful picture to put here. You know how some of the books will have a colorful picture here, like the Rand McNally books. They have a beautiful, it looks like a book page there that matches the book, and it goes with the story and everything. So that's what I did. I actually ended up using this book here, Little Golden Book, Prayers for Children. Here's one of the pages. And so not all of the pages in here had, a full picture. Some of them have, they have a big picture here, but then they have a little poem. So I did the best I could as far as picking out something that would cover. There was these two that, I think there was only like 4 that were full page pictures with no words. I think there's actually only 3. You'll see in the next book. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But anyway, I got these 2 out of that book. Cut them down to size, and you can see how pretty they are in here with this fabric too that had the right colors. That's another reason I picked it with this little light pink frame here, and it just looked really pretty all together, like maybe they were always there. And I picked out some of this kind of, this is kind of a burgundy or maroon, and so I found some. I was lucky enough, I was considering using black seam binding on all of these, and I realized that I had this kind of burgundy or maroon seam binding too. It's the silky one. So that worked out well on that one. And then I'll show you the next one. This one is the Good Times Together, probably a reader. And you can see it's like the base is green, and this is kind of a reddish orange, maybe more toward the orange, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of a reddish orange, or maybe originally it was more red. But so I have this fabric on the spine. I think it's really pretty. You can see the cover, the front and the back. It's got some of that color here and here too. So I used that same maroon or whatever, seam binding, whatever you want to call it, maroon or burgundy. I think it's more of a maroon actually, but it depends on the light. You hold it, and almost when it's the light is really shining on it, it looks more burgundy. And then here's the inside pages I used on this one. It doesn't have any red on the back, but the fabric wraps around, and it's pretty worn. But I really like the charm of the worn covers like that. So yeah, new spine and everything. Fabric goes inside and out, and I thought this fabric matched actually really well with the cover too. I thought it, adds some color, but it goes with it at the same time. So, and it goes with these pictures I thought I picked out for the inside. So this one was, again, a whole page that I put here of this little girl with the lamb. Super cute. I just love all the frame here and everything. So pretty. And then this one had a little poem down here. And you can see the 2 children looking up at the starry sky there. So cute. And the book is called Good Times Together. So I kind of wanted to put 2 children here on the inside of the cover. There was no bigger pictures with 2 children that I could have used that didn't have a lot of words on it. So that's why I picked out these 2. I thought it went with the colors and went well with the book. So you see what I mean by they're kind of taking on a life of their own as I work on them. And then the last one here, this is this blue one. And it's a math book, Living Arithmetic, grade 3. It has this kind of gesture and the two kids here. And I use this pretty blue fabric on the spine. So this one had a new spine, brand new spine. And there's a thread. And on the inside, I used, this is from my map scrapbook paper. It's cardstock. And this blue just looks so pretty in here. I thought it was perfect. I mean, it's I don't know if you can see the map pattern in it. It's very light, but it's so pretty. I really don't want to cover it up, so I haven't picked out a pocket for it yet, because I don't know if I don't put a pocket there, if somebody ends up with this one, they can get it, put a pocket there. Of course, they can do whatever they want, but right now it's so pretty to me that I don't even want to cover it up. I just love that blue too. Blue's one of my, I mean, I love all the colors, but I do gravitate towards like turquoise and mint greens and blues. So I just think it's so pretty with this fabric too. It's kind of a toile type fabric. So yeah, and this one actually I found a navy blue seam binding. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness, how lucky could I be that I have, because I have a lot of seam binding, I know, but I really don't have a lot of this silky type, and I'm going to have to keep my eyes out for it. I actually do keep my eyes out for it, but I don't find it a lot. I find a lot of rickrack and the other kind of seam binding that's folded. I find a lot of that, but I don't find a lot of this silky one. But whenever I do find it, I get it. So I'm going to continue to keep my eyes out for that, because I really like that as a closure, because it's pretty and it's strong. So yeah, and as you can see, like all the ones that I put new paper in, I ran the seam binding under here, so it's nice and sturdy. Let's see. Let me show you one thing, and I'll show you the book pages, the dictionary pages I picked out. I never did this before, but it worked out well. If you're making a journal and you want to try it, and you sew, on your journals. This one right here. I used the original spine, so I reinforced it and everything like I usually do when I make a new spine. It's like I made a new spine on the inside of this right here. So it still has the same number of layers, say, as one of these. But I wanted to make sure this end was together. It was all glued together, taped together, all the things I do. But I just went ahead and sewed right here, a zigzag stitch here and here across the bottom. So all the layers I have in here, 1, 2, 3, there's 4 layers with the fabric and the cardboard and the tape and the original spine. There's actually 4 layers already, but all put together nicely and nice and secure. But to further secure it, I went ahead and did a zigzag stitch across there, and I like it. I like it, that knowing that it's I like the sewing for one thing, and I like knowing that it's nice and kind of like I kind of just secured that sandwich all together, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's no gaps or anything there. So I just wanted to show you that. So let's look at the pages that I added. I added quite a few. Like, I probably didn't need to add any. Oh, I did add some brown paper. I didn't show you that. I had some here on my desk that I hadn't put away yet, so I added some brown paper. And then these are all like dictionary pages and a children's book pages. So like these are different sizes of. These are going to really be, if you like an eclectic journal, these are going to be really eclectic with a lot of the coffee dyed pages that I showed you, which are, it's a wide variety of different types, not just coffee dyed pages, but all types of pages that have been coffee dyed. If you didn't see that video, look back. But see, just all kinds of pages that have been coffee dyed, even coloring book pages. So not just plain pages like this, all types of pages that have been coffee dyed. And then I added the brown paper packaging, those dictionary pages, some children's book. Look at the color on this one. This might be from one of these books. Like this might be from the reader. That's what I did with the pages. I took them out and I was making, and I had sold some like journal kits, you know, with the book and book page kits, things like that, book page bundles. But look at this one. I couldn't fold it because it was so beautiful. I left it whole so I could do something with it. It's called Winter Fun on this side. But I just love those colors. Oh my goodness, so pretty. It's very old, but it's very beautiful. So I couldn't fold that one, so I left it whole. Here's some more that are folded. These probably don't have pictures. Oh, this one does have a picture. See, but it's on the top half, so if I put it in a journal, you'll be able to see it. And then the little story is there on the bottom. This one just has a little picture, wintertime. And so then, these are other book. I think these are from, what is that book? It's a larger children's book, like bedtime stories for children type book, but it's a bigger one. So that's what these are from here. All of these. And then I had some other just random little book pages here from, well, this is Baby's Mother Goose book, illustrated by Ruth Ives. Anyway, these are these are from that. And here's another book, just some random book pages. These are from my book bundle stash. I'm not selling any book bundles right now, but I had a lot of pages ready for it, so I just took some pages from there. A book page there. The Busy Baby Lion. This one's old, 1959, copyright right there. And these are like, I don't know if this is children's encyclopedia or dictionary. This looks like dictionary here, but it's one of those, kind of golden book dictionaries, or it might be Funk and Wagnall type book. I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah, I love these types of pages, so I've got quite a few of those ready to go. And then this one here was another kind of children's kind of word dictionary type book. So I've got some of those, a couple of those. This one says Dr. Seuss. Oh, it's a Dr. Seuss kind of ABC book or something. Okay. There's another one. And then we're back to the books. So I just wanted to give you a little update, let you know I am working on them. So I'm going to go get some pages together now and start collating the pages and getting some signatures together. They're all going to have 2 signatures like my regular journals do. So they'll all be, my 2 signature journals are $45 plus shipping. So the only one that's going to be different, and I think I have to make it different, and that's because it has such a big spine, is this one. This one would look really weird with only 2 signatures. So I'm going to probably put 3 signatures in this one. This is the William Shakespeare one. So I'm probably going to put 2 signatures in there. And then I'm going to put the pages in according to what is going on here. Now I do have some colored scrapbook paper that I haven't gotten out yet. And it's kind of a coffee dyed vintage looking scrapbook paper. So I'm going to add some of that to these types of journals. And then, and I'll see, like these will definitely have children's book pages in them. And then this one, let's see, what was this one? Yeah, this one will look good with some of those coffee dyed scrapbook papers in them. I probably have some blue ones too that I can really kind of bring out the blue theme in this one. So anyway, like I said, if you want one reserved, let me know. And, oh, this one with 3 signatures. That one might be $55. I don't know, because it's going to have 3 signatures. So it's going to have a little bit more pages than all the rest of them. So that's the only reason it'll be a little bit more. But it'll be worth it, right? Yes, it will. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified of my next video. And I'll see you then. Have a great day.